So what can you tease about this season?
What can you tease about this season?
What can you tease about this season?
What can I tease about this?
What could you tease
about this season?
We want to know.
No.
What do you want to know? I can tease that it's for the deep. There's there's more aquatic life. There's a journey of him trying to get back in the 7. There's some we do hero-gasm this year, right?
Mm-hmm.
What can you tease about this season?
There's certainly some surprises. There is the history reveals itself. There are connections made, and there are exploding heads.
What I can tease about this season is some fun celebrity cameos
That's true.
and a part of the anatomy that becomes supersized.
Penis.
And I'm just going to turn on my camera just for the eye line's sake. And without spoilers, who do you think has the craziest scene this year?
Who has the craziest scene? Who has the craziest scene?
The one that just comes to mind is I feel like
I mean,
that's
I feel
crazy.
like Chase kind of
I always feel
kind of cornered the market on that
He
one.
has.
Yeah.
Every season.
Bit,
the
a
Deep
bit of a
is just
monopoly there.
Yeah.
Fortunately,
Crazy.
it's not the award you want.
I always think the Deep has the craziest scenes.
The opening scene's pretty crazy.
the opening scene. Yeah, it is.
pretty.
That'd
good.
be Frenchie and Kimiko.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give it to them.
And Carl, yeah.
You have a close second.
Yeah, and
do.
Carl too.
but
Yeah.
that's number one.
Yeah. The Frenchie Kimiko opening sequence is got to be the most jaw dropping, I think.
Yeah.
And how did the character dynamics between the Soups and the boys change this season?
Question.
I think that line becomes far more blurred. Like who is what, who is good, who is evil, who is Soup.
Right.
I think their worlds become far more enmeshed.
Yeah, well, there's also information that's revealed that changes the dynamic between certain Soups and the boys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We got more information.
There's
And the
more
Soups and
information.
and the Soups and the boys.
But even
World becomes more
like
enmeshed.
Mother's Milk is like facing his greatest fear, and it's
Yes.
there's that whole journey. There's Kimiko, big things happen to her. And
I love Kamiko's journey this
Right.
season.
It's
Right.
awesome.
It's
so good. There's a lot revealed throughout the characters and throughout the season that definitely change maybe the course of their motivation, or certainly detours it. Tell me to shut up. Tell me to shut up.
perfect.
I don't know what I'm talking
That
about.
was all of it.
We got it. We got it.
I concur.
Doctor.
And what makes working on this show so fun?
What makes
my God, what
working on the
makes-
show so fun?
Yeah.
What makes working on the show so fun is actually
Do
the
tell.
people. The people. I mean, it's a joy to come to work, honestly.
Maybe for
that
you.
feels like
Maybe for you.
is the sea life that I get to work
Putting
with.
words in
Is
my
the-
mouth, and I have a lot more fun now.
That's it for me. I get to have fun at work.
Yeah.
It's the the caliber of talent and also just like the caliber of human beings is just phenomenal on this set. So it's a joy.
It is.
Yeah,
It is.
the crazy, messy, bloody joy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Roller coaster ride.
Right.
And finally, super quick, describe hero-gasm in one sentence.
One sentence.
Orgasm in one sentence.
I just think of the camera, you get like Craig Nelson, like, who's right in my pupil, was like, hero-gasm. That was like amazing.
Hero-gasm in one sentence.
I don't even need a whole sentence.
Only fans.
Yeah, right?
for
It's just I
heroes?
could do it 2 words. Love sausage.
Therapy needed.
Oh God, yeah. OnlyFans for superheroes.
I love that we're doing 2 words. OnlyFans.
George's OnlyFans.
OnlyFans for superheroes.
OnlyFans.
Don't even. That was the one.
There you
Yeah.
go.
That's it.
Thanks,
Done.
guys.
I've been a fan of The Boys, like many people, since it came out during COVID, and now season 3 is back. How would you describe this season in just one word?
Ooh.
Can that be my answer?
It's just a word sound. Yeah,
like a
it's not even a real word.
Yeah.
What?
Well, you gave an answer before.
Oh, sticky?
Sticky.
Moist.
Fluids.
That's appropriate for you, Jason. Moist.
Moist fluids.
I mean, I watched the first 4 episodes and I was just like jaw to the floor, like speechless. Wow. I feel like this season explores a lot of the characters' backstories. Chase, I'm curious, what was the most fun thing for you to explore playing the Deep this season?
For this season?
Yeah.
I thought it was fun to do, to sort of expand on the relationship of him and like Cassandra. I thought it was really funny, and Katie plays it so great, like the puppeteering kind of a thing. But outside of that, it was just good to be back in the 7 and working, you know, with like Anthony and A-Train, Jesse, obviously, and we had some good stuff to do this year. So it was a lot of fun, like being back and getting to sort of try and make Anthony crack up. You know, that was sort of the basis of everything. So it's like my goal, my only goal.
That's it. No character work.
Not lines. I don't learn that yet.
No.
They learn me.
It's all about breaking it.
And I mean, where would you like to see the Deep go now that he's in the 7? Do you want him to maybe, like, you know, be nicer to other people in the group, or do you want him to keep going down the path that he's kind of been on?
I mean, I think he can't get out of his own way, and I think it's always very self-serving with him, right? I mean, I do like when they take it to that like those darker sort of places, because, you know, behind it all, he's definitely always like unraveling and insecure. Like when he like drunkenly shaved his head. Like I loved that. So hopefully there's more. Yeah, drunken head shavings, but no, I think he can't get out of his own way. It's going to be hard to ever redeem him, right? So
yeah. Do you think Nate Archibald would approve of some of the Deep's decisions the past 3 seasons? I have to know.
No, Nate Archibald, they would not be friends. He would be very anal retentive. Yeah, he's very golden compass. Yeah, you know, moral compass. So yeah. No.
Well, Claudia, we are learning a lot about your character, Victoria, this season. At the end of season 2, we knew she wanted to take down Vought, but it appeared like she had some powers. We don't know what her powers are yet, but how fun was it exploring her backstory this season?
So much fun, because you kind of just get breadcrumbs in the 2nd season. She comes in as this unassuming character, and then there's that big spoiler at the end of the season. And so it was just such a delight. Delight might not be the word for this show. But it was an actor. It was such a delight to just kind of dive in and see, you know, what her inner life is like and how her mind works and what influences that. Like what's happening behind the curtain was really just fascinating to dive deep into.
Nice.
Yeah. I didn't get any like drunken head shaves, but next season.
There's always next time.
Next.
And Jensen, you are the newcomer this season, and talk about an introduction. We're just gonna go there. You had a scene in your birthday suit, and I read that was the first thing you shot. What a way to welcome you into the show.
I would expect nothing less, yeah.
From the boys, definitely not. How was that first day on set?
Chilly. It was a little colder than anticipated. It was, you know, what do they say? If you're nervous when you get up in front of somebody, just imagine that the crowd is without their clothes on. Well, it was like the opposite for me. It was like, if you're nervous, just take your clothes off and see how that fits you. And it was it was interesting.
Were you nervous when you read the script to do that?
Nervous, maybe not nervous, but there was a little bit of anxiety there, just in like, how's this going to go? What's this going to look like? But as actors, sometimes you just got to have to throw that out the window and dive in and do it and hope it comes out the way you want it to.
You're obviously no stranger to working on sci-fi fantasy shows. How was working on The Boys different than Supernatural?
Well, I mean, just the experience as a whole, like this was a show that we shot it a year ago, so it was definitely during hardcore lockdown COVID. You know, we got up to Toronto and we were essentially on lockdown. Nothing was open. There was no restaurants, there was no bars, there was no clubs, no coffee shops, no nothing. So if you weren't on set doing something, then you were just sitting at home or or Chase and I were trying to get tea times.
We were, that's right. We golfed every weekend. Yeah.
But so the experience was certainly unique in that regard. But then as far as like being on set and telling the story and playing these characters, it was much larger and just in spectrum and in scope than I was used to doing. You know, Supernatural was a little show on the CW, and we always said that we were the little show that could, and we kept doing it for a long time. And then coming over to The Boys, it was just like, oh yeah, no, this is definitely some huge leveled up giant stage action here. So there were some days I just look around the set and be like, oh my God, this is next level. It's next level. Yeah.
Two things. The content. Why are you laughing?
Just, you know what makes the show really fun? Doing press with you.
Oh.
I am very excited for everyone to meet the real me.
There's something wrong with Homelander. There's something broken. He's lost his fucking mind.
Golly gee, what can we tease about this season?
What can I tease about this season? I
tease
can
about this
tease that blood will not be the only bodily fluid that is shed. I can tease that the deep will continue to entertain, shock, and disturb people. I can tease that my octopus teacher inspires something.
Yeah. Just thinking of that.
Yeah.
So the thing about this season is it's basically all the good bits of season 1 and 2 collected, modified, adjusted, and thrown back in a new form in season 3. It's just an extension of what you know and love, and then on top of that, there's some brand new icing, which is super unexpected, super fun, and it's about time. It's been a long time, so it's about time the fans got to enjoy it.
I think season 3 of The Boys is probably the most dynamic season yet. We incorporated a beautiful dance number. There's animation. I think that everything is dialed up. The action, the set pieces, the special effects. But more importantly than all of that, I think that this season has great heart. And I think that for audiences who enjoy spending time with these characters, they will feel rewarded, because this season takes these characters and really pushes them to the most extreme limits of endurance, and it's a hell of a ride. Buckle up.
Hey, oh!
We've been on the straight and narrow all year. No killing Soups, no drinking. Even follow Hugh Campbell's orders without strangling him.
Now you're just being cruel.
Or maybe you're not such an asshole.
What I really like about this season is that there's a lot of scenes with two characters where I'm like, I never thought they'd be in the same room. So that was really, really interesting. What I love about the season as well is the fact that the boys are trying to up their game, and they're trying to level the playing field. And, it's a season where anything can happen because, as you see from the trailer, Butcher is taking Compound V, and it makes it so, we're not just resorting to blackmail anymore. We're not just resorting to trying to go after their reputations. We can actually fight them on their own turf a little bit more. So I think that that's a really interesting dynamic that this season plays with.
What's this?
Makes you a soup for 24 hours. You're gonna need it.
Craziest scene. Wow. That's I would say everyone that goes to Herogasm, all the characters that are in that's pretty wild.
I would say the person who has the craziest scene this year is the person who has the craziest scene every year, and that would be the Deep.
The Deep.
What can you tease about this season?
What can you tease about this season?
What can I tease about this?
What could you tease?
about this season?
We want to know.
What do you want to know? I can tease that it's for the deep. There's there's more aquatic life. There's a journey of him trying to get back in the seven. There's some we do hero-gasm this year, right?
Mm-hmm.
What can you tease about this season?
There's certainly some surprises. There is the history reveals itself. There are connections made, and there are exploding heads.
What I can tease about this season is some fun celebrity cameos
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
and a part of the anatomy that becomes supersized.
Penis.
I find that the character dynamics between the Soups and the boys gets shaken up in a really fun way this season. The choice that is presented to all of the characters really is a moral choice. In Butcher, it manifests itself in the decision to take Temp V, and because he does that, he has to deal with the ramifications. But not only does Butcher have to deal with that, everybody does, and everybody has to ostensibly decide which side they're on this season. It's heading to a war situation, and then there are some unlikely alliances that get formed, and some long-term friendships that get shattered, and it's an exciting, dynamic roller coaster ride that leads to unexpected places.
Maybe we can use it to blow Homelander's fucking brains out.
There's also information that's revealed that changes the dynamic between certain Soups and the boys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We got more information.
There's
And the
more
Soups and
information.
and the Soups and the boys.
But even
World becomes more
like Mother's Milk is like facing his greatest fear, and it's there's that whole journey. There's Kimiko, big things happen to her. And
I love Kamiko's journey this season.
It's awesome. It's so good. There's a lot revealed throughout the characters and throughout the season that definitely change maybe the course of their motivation, or certainly detours it.
I think that's what's great about our show. It's, nobody is a cookie cutter good guy. Everyone has their faults, and they're struggling with it. And it's, this season is about what one person does with the power that they attain, whether it's a superpower or influence or anything like that.
Hero-gasm in one sentence.
I don't even need a whole sentence.
Only fans.
Yeah, right?
It's just I could do it 2 words. Love sausage.
Therapy needed.
Fuck! Christ, Soldier Boy.
Oh shit!
Jensen Ackles joined the boys for season 3 with Soldier Boy. I'm so curious, Jensen, about having to come into a series that's established, although you know people, obviously, Eric Kripke especially, working on the series, but also your character is like the OG Homelander in a way, so you have to come in with muscle-bound, intense, I'm supposed to be here energy, but then also work your way into a new cast. How was that for you?
I knew right away that this was going to be a lot of hazing early on. Kripke was sending me into a lion's den, and it was welcome. I was like, all right, I'll take my lashes and keep going. And then to try to find a foothold in a very established cast of characters. was I had anticipated that being quite difficult, but not with these guys. They were incredibly welcoming, and they're all so incredibly talented that just getting in there and playing with them was quite a treat. But yeah, you're right. Playing this character who essentially is the oldest among them as far as superheroes go was interesting is coming from the guy who's the new guy on the scene. But it was greatly written. Crippy did an amazing job at explaining it to me. And I just had to show up and hang out with a pile of assholes.
Right. Can we rename the show? A pile of assholes, please.
Another pile of assholes.
I did a 180 Crippy. I like it now.
No, it's so good. So then that would mean that Jensen is the taint in a pile of assholes.
Wow. I was gonna go for he is the beetroot to Starlight's corn.
The beetroot. Yes. There it is.
Okay, I hate it again.
I'm sorry.
Okay, I hate it again.
I hate it again.
It's too vivid.
And we're back. That's it. Yeah. So it was a lot of fun. I had just a blast doing this. The cast and the crew are just as crazy as the product that they make. So it's awesome.